Hello, I'm back with one more DevOps SRE interview question, practice interview questions, and this time has to do with Kubernetes. If you like the content I'm creating, if it helps you out, please like and subscribe. That really helps me a lot. Okay, so let's get started. The question today is, how would one start up a Kubernetes cluster to deploy container or pods in it in Google Cloud? Now, you don't have to know Google Cloud specifically for any SRE jobs, but it helps. But you can answer the same question for AWS if you wanted to, if that's what you're experienced with. So without further ado, let's get to the answer. If you want to pause the video, you can do that, and I will give you the answer. The question is really the interviewer, if they're asking something question like this, what they're looking for is the breadth of your experience, right? As you can see, the question isn't actually too difficult a question. You probably know one or two answers already, but what he or she is trying to do is to gauge if you can think laterally and think of multiple ways of doing the same thing. Okay, the answer now. One way is to obviously go to Google Cloud, use the UI, create a cluster. Google Cloud also has this thing called Cloud Shell, which is basically a VM that you shell into on the UI, on the browser, which AWS didn't have for a long time. They have it now. But anyway, if you could go into the shell, and from that shell, just like any other VM, you can actually create a Kubernetes cluster with commands. You can also create the cluster by using the CLI of the Google Cloud, where you can run different commands that interacts with the API on the back end and creates the cluster for you. Of course, you can also do it through Terraform. And there's a service in Google Cloud called Google Deployment Manager. You can also use that to create a Kubernetes cluster. That might even be one more way, I don't know. But the idea here is for you to kind of know there are multiple ways of doing the same thing. That's what the interviewer is looking for in this particular questions. I hope this was useful, and I will see you in the next video.